Oh, second by Charmel. All those in favor? Okay, motion carries unanimous. Okay, lastly, I would entertain a motion to approve the Keel Duckworth letter. Motion by Lynn. Second by Anita. All those in favor? Abstain? Carol abstains, motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That's all we had from legal. So hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. You as well.
Thanks.
So we did have two additional items in open session. Carol? Okay. Martin?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Council and everyone out there. I hate to start doing these again, like I said the other day, but COVID is still here. We are still being impacted by it. We've had some deaths in the last few weeks, and send my condolences to the families of people we've lost. You know, the Delta variant is here. It's very contagious, and especially with the unvaccinated, it seems to be a little more severe. So the numbers are up on the screen. We are up 30 cases since yesterday, and you know, our numbers keep climbing in Lake County. So please remember to wash your hands, wear masks, socially distance when possible. Encourage the unvaccinated to take precautions, and I know it's everyone's personal decision, but I would encourage people to take the vaccine, look at all the information, actually look at all the information before, and just realize that this is something that can literally save your life. It's a matter of being hospitalized and having severe symptoms and reactions versus just having a minor, you know, possible cold. So please be safe out there and look out for our most vulnerable. And I have masks available. If anyone wants, just message me via Facebook, email, my cell phone. I have the KN95 masks, anybody that needs them. Unless there's like a million people, then I don't have that many masks, but thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Len?
Thank you, Shelley, and thank you, Martin, for bringing that up. Yeah, that's been something that's been weighing on me also. And you know, with that said, I would like to make the motion to implement the monitoring protocols back in our tribal facilities again.
I have a question.
Question, Martin?
As far as just back to, I guess, what point? Because we still have some protocols in place. I guess we need to know exactly what kind of we're going back to.
Okay.
I mean, I would support it for sure. I just want to make sure we kind of have a good idea.
Well, I didn't catch that mumbling through the mask, but so anyway, just what we were doing in the past, just, you know, requiring everybody that's coming in to take their temperature, making sure everybody's wearing their mask. And not only that, I think it's really important that we control access. You know, and I'll give you a point. Yesterday, I came in yesterday and I seen two groups of people that I've never seen before around here that were coming in from the building. So I think that's something that is really critical on protecting our employees is to make sure that we know who's in the building at any given time, so.
Do you want to restate your motion? Sorry.
I'd make the motion to implement our monitoring protocols.
Second by Martin. Charmel? Your question?
Madam Chair, I was just wondering if we were going to be receiving then by this motion, would we receive like a monitoring plan? As Martin mentioned, there's variations of that. Whether we would, for example, one of the latest plans, I think we had designated one entrance point and other exit points or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm in support. That's all I was wondering. Thanks.
Okay. So we can request that from Rick. When I visited with him last week, when we talked about the report from all the departments, he said that some of that monitoring was being done by receptionists, that they have like one entrance or whatever. So it is being done by some of the receptionists in some of the buildings, and that we have some, like in our building, that's like a monitoring position only. It's not a receptionist, but yeah, we can get those details from Rick. So all those in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you, Lynn. Okay, looks like we are ahead of schedule, so we can go ahead with the land ordinance.
Yes, before we start, I was wondering if I could sneak something in real quick on the agenda. This is a item that was brought up a little while ago, the Never Alone recovery for the Women's House, the project launch building. We have worked out all the final details on it, and we do need approval from council to move forward into a business lease. So I don't have it on the screen or anything for you, but I do have the agenda request. So we have worked out the insurance stuff with Rick and with Never Alone. That part of it, the insurance part is done. The rental is going to be done with them also. The other would be the insurance that is going to be underneath the travel umbrella. They will be paying the premium on that cost for that insurance policy. So Travel Lands was wondering if we get an approval for the Never Alone for a 1-year revocable permit, as long as all the requirements for permitting are met, including rent of $1,000 per month, insurance under the CSKT umbrella, but require renters insurance, and waive the bond fee on that for the Never Alone Recovery Center.
Lynn?
Just because of the objective that this group is attempting to do, it is similar to what the folks up in Black Bear are trying to do. And under a revocable permit, I don't like the idea of charging $1,000 a month to this group, because of the fact they're just not getting started. I would like to, I'd like to give them some time, to get this organization going and get it fully functional before we even look at it. And even then, even when we get to there, I'm still not going to support a monthly rental for the group, because of how this will positively impact the community. So I think right now I would like to at least exclude any rental value for the property until we can surely acknowledge that this is going to be the place that fits them. And yeah, but for right now, and I'm not sure what the arrangements are for if they agreed to that already or not. But just because we're kind of doing a similar thing with the other group, and we're really not assessing any rental value, I would support waiving that.
Okay, Mark?
We were not the ones who set the $1,000 limit on this. This is what was actually brought to us by Never Alone Recovery Center. This is to try to bring in some more info. Oh, I'll let Carol to actually bring in more information on this. She's on the board, so I'll just step back and let her continue.
Well,
Okay,
I'm not,
Go
I'm
ahead,
not,
Carol.
oh, excuse me, Madam Chair, I'm not on the board, but I closely associated with this group. And I appreciate that, Len, because we found out what the deductible is about $10,000. So we'll have to raise that money and put it in an escrow account to make sure if something was to happen, we would have that money to recover any losses. If there was, I'm not saying there's gonna be, but that's just, I guess that's just life. And so, yeah, to up and started, but our goal is to make sure that the clients that are in there and that we're serving, that they pay their way, because that gives them incentive to work themselves out of that place. So that leaves room for somebody else that's coming along the way. And it's just kind of like a, merry-go-round. One jumps off and somebody else gets in. So, yeah, but I really appreciate that. I thought about that. I thought, well, that's a lot of money, because the first couple of months, definitely, it'll have to come out of Never Alone's grant that they probably have for other things. And so, yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay. Mark, how are the utilities and maintenance and upkeep in that addressed in that revocable permit?
Yes, and that was gonna be part of the rental, was gonna be covering that side of it. What will they'll have to be doing now, if the rental is waived, they'll be getting the power and water put into their names. So they'll be covering those costs. Renters insurance to cover their acts of anything for, if anything happens to the place when they're in there, the renters insurance, that'll cover their materials. The policy that there's going to be under the tribes will be for the maintenance. If anything structurally happens, but they will be responsible for the maintenance also on there to do any of the upkeep or anything on the place.
Okay, was it, have we remodeled that building to add bathrooms, showers?
They have actually approached, when we went over to the tour last week, I believe it was, they had said that they would like to redo the bathroom in the back to put a shower unit in. And we said that would be fine. So they can get what they need in there. They were going to be doing that on their own as a project for them to be busy. The other bathroom was functional. It does have a shower and a tub in it. There is the two bathrooms. It's just the one was removed, and that they were going to be upgrading that into another shower system.
Okay, and then what are the effective dates of the permit?
As soon as we get the approval, they will issue the contract to go upstairs for review and just get them signed off. So probably we could say September 1, just to be safe, to make sure that it's all through for signature. September 1st through August 31st of 22.
Carol?
And I was wondering if it would be possible, this is what I was going to ask earlier, but I think Rick said it was okay, but I just want to make sure council knows that if we could get earlier access to go in and clean and measure beds, put up beds and curtains and all of that kind of thing. Nobody will move in until the date that Mark had said.
With that, as soon as we get an approval on this and we get the minutes with it, we can allow them to get access to it, where they would be like returning back the keys to the department. At the end of the day, when they get done measuring and doing all their stuff, they could just return back the keys and they can go back out there and do it again the next day. We've done that before too with other groups, that they could go out there and start cleaning and setting stuff up before the contract was officially set up. So we can get that going also.
Okay. Did we have a motion? Can you state your motion, Lynn?
Motion to approve the revocable permit to Never Alone Recovery. With the stated terms.
Mark?
With the stated terms of the $1,000 rent.
Carol, is that something that we still wanted before, because of the escrow? Or are we gonna use that?
I think the escrow is aside from all of that, because we're just gonna have to put it somewhere to hold, to have it on hold, but the rent could be, it could be 500 because it's, yeah. That would help them out.
Is that what you're saying? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
If that's okay with council now, but if they needed 1,000, that's, so be it, you know.
approve the revocable permit to Never Alone Recovery with the stated terms and the rental value of the monthly rental value of $500.
Okay, motion by Lynn. Second by Bing. Question? All those in favor? Motion carries unanimous.
That's two at the end of the day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, council. With that, we would like to go ahead and move right into the land ordinance discussion. This will need to be an executive to just finish up with this.